if, I'm probably best ask this by way of an example, you will have an agency dealing with an umbrella. An umbrella will have 40 clients, for example, and the umbrella goes bust. Will the agency A, for example, be liable for the whole of the unpaid employment taxes, or will it just sit with regards to their own workers that they referred into the umbrella?
Yeah, so in a, want for a better phrase, a traditional model, you've got the end client, the agency, an umbrella, and then the worker. The agency will only be liable for the pay-as-you-earn and NIC in respect of the workers that agency has placed with that umbrella. So in the example of 40 agencies operating through one umbrella, the other 39 will not be liable for the one failure, for example. However, most umbrellas operate all of their payroll through one payroll. So it's a huge assumption, but I think a reasonably safe assumption that if they're doing it wrong on one, they may well be doing it wrong on the other 39, or at least a significant portion of them. But absolutely, an agency is only responsible for operating PAYE and NIC in respect of its workers. So if the umbrella's doing it right in respect of their workers, we're fine and dandy.
Would it be right to say, however, that an agency needs to be aware that the bad practices potentially elsewhere can have an effect with them, even if they're doing the right thing with their own workers? So if it brings it down, for example, do you want to just expand on that a bit?
Yeah, I think, we'll probably move on to what an agency should do in terms of supply chain due diligence and all that sort of stuff. But absolutely, as of today, an agency really only needs to be responsible for what the umbrella is doing in respect of its workers. From next April, they're probably going to need a little bit more knowledge around what the umbrella does more generally, because bluntly, if the umbrella falls over as a result of somebody else's tax liability, chances are they're also going to fall over having not paid the full PAYE and NIC over in respect of your agency's position. And what do I mean by that is there's obviously a gap between the payroll being run and when it's paid over on a monthly basis to HMRC. If an umbrella goes bust because it can't meet its obligations, it's going to have that pay-as-you-earn and NIC liability still to pay over to HMRC. And it's not good enough that it was deducted from the workers. It won't solve that problem until and as such it's paid over to HMRC as well. So the issue will be, I suppose, it's more real time nowadays. When you were doing a due diligence as an agency on your supply chain and your umbrella, you looked retrospectively. Now you need to know, what are they doing today? What is their cash position today? What have they paid over today?